Welcome to Doomscroll.fm Top Stories, where reality unravels like a soap opera, written by caffeinated squirrels and narrated by a jazz-loving cyborg with a vendetta. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, much like a mushroom's dream of becoming a stand-up comedian in a world populated by sentient rubber ducks. And now for some views, click like and subscribe. When the lone wolf outshines his pack, it's like putting a cherry on top of a melting sundae. Sweet, but everything else is still a mess. They've harnessed a river, but can't stop the drip-drip of political tension. It's a bit like filling a pool with a teaspoon while the neighbors argue over who owns the water. Apple unveils iPhone 17 tomorrow, solves boredom with more boredom. Only Apple could wrap last year's tweaks in shiny paper and call it awe-dropping, as if a new camera lens will cure our existential dread. Japan to choose fourth prime minister in 5 years, calls it stability, as political chairs spin faster than a Tokyo subway turnstile. Japan's leadership auditions seem less about governance and more about who can survive the revolving door of democracy. Only 50% off LG products, and the fine print reads like a ransom note. In the land of retail illusions, a discount is the carrot dangled, while you're lured into buying a TV that costs more than your rent. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. Novartis buys Tourmaline Bio at $48 per share, then calls it strategic vision. It's like paying luxury prices for a mystery meat sandwich, but when you're Novartis, overpaying for potential is just another Tuesday. Turns out buying generic content is like serving reheated fast food at a wedding, cheap, bland, and nobody's coming back for seconds. Pope Leo declares teen saint, dubs him God's influencer. Apparently, the church's new strategy is to canonize history's first social media manager, proving once again that even heaven needs a rebranding. Lazarus Group unleashes Conrat malware, and nobody's thrilled about this new tech toy. North Korea's most infamous cybervillains are now packing a digital Swiss Army knife, reminding us that sometimes innovation means more ways to ruin your day. When your unwanted house guest has better cable than you do, it might be time to reconsider who's really in charge of your living space. BuzzFeed claims BTS songs match zodiac signs, sells astrology as science. If matching your personality to a pop song based on celestial nonsense is your jam, you might also think horoscopes predict your next snack. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. Canva charges users $25 monthly, calls it a bargain. In a world where creativity is commodified, Canva offers the illusion of design genius for the price of a decent pizza, leaving originality as optional as pineapples on top. Only 20% of people know well-heeled means wealthy, and dictionaries call it vocabulary. While the rest of us are busy counting pennies, the well-heeled are out there collecting shoes like Pokemon cards, proving once again that money really does buy you a better vocabulary. Because nothing screams visionary leadership like dusting off a 70-year-old title that reminds everyone of global conflict, while the word diplomacy is apparently MIA. When your weather forecast sounds like a war report, but the official line is, "We've got this," you know someone deserves an award for optimism. When a government thinks silencing tweets can suppress anger, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a volcano and expecting it to hold. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. While the fields bloom with biodiversity, Big Ag's boardrooms assure us that monoculture is just misunderstood, like a villain with a heart of gold. Only 15% of environmental policies include indigenous knowledge, and governments call it inclusive. It's almost as if centuries of wisdom and sustainable practices might know a thing or two about not turning Earth into a trash parade, but bureaucracy prefers its blindfold. Nothing says innocent like sharing birthday wishes with a notorious sex offender, because nothing screams good judgment like a party list curated by a convicted predator. When you need PR, just slap a new label on the same old crackdown and hope no one notices the smell of fear and bureaucracy. Anglo-American devours tech in $53 billion merger, from prey to predator overnight. After being hunted by BHP and prodded by Elliott Management, Anglo-American just decided if you can't beat them, eat something bigger and growl louder. Just when you thought your home network was safe, the TP-Link router becomes the digital equivalent of leaving your front door wide open with a neon sign saying free Wi-Fi and data inside. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. It's like promising a better tomorrow while handing out umbrellas during a flood. Without investing in the science, they're just fishing for compliments. When your strategy is a real-life game of Risk, but with actual lives on the line, it's clear human rights have been replaced by a rule book written in invisible ink. It's like running a marathon while chain smoking. Their green revolution might save the planet, but their carbon cloud's still thick enough to choke hope. This has been Doomscroll.fm, fading into irrelevance. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, consider enrolling in a course on mythical creatures. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.